Hi, everybody. As recorded, this is Father's Day 2024, and I wanted to wish everyone beautiful thoughts in some form or fashion, no matter where you are with the whole holiday. A lot of different variations of perception in this holiday, right? It's Father, so many different scenarios with both mother and father. And it's just interesting. So I wanted to wish everybody good, positive thoughts. Even if you can't find any, think you can't find any, look again, there's some somewhere. One is, it took that person to have you be here, so let's just go with that. Thank you for being here. Welcome to Zenful Conversations. We're here in this community every single day, having these conversations. We're in our 6th year, so we're in pretty deep. This year we're taking a look at the Book of Awakening by Mark Nepo. The Book of Awakening by Mark Nepo. New York Times best-selling book. Described as having the life you want by being present to the life you have. The message we're offered this year is to help strengthen our practice, experience of being present for the lives we have right now, being present to the life we have. And the message we're offered today, this day number 1967, day number 1967 is titled The Step to Others. The Step to Others. And there's a quote offered to us by Mark Nepo that says, "We wander and think no one will ever find us. And lifting our sorry head, we are next to each other." Let's take a breath with that. We imagine that so many conditions are prerequisite to finding love, when all that is required is that, like a man stepping from a boat to a dog, we step over the small gap that exists between us. All that is required. We imagine that so many conditions are prerequisite to finding love, when all that is required is that we step over the small gap that exists between us. Often there is nothing to prepare for, nothing to set up in advance, just to step over what separates us to land in what is before us. So let's take a breath here. Let's see. Just to step over what separates us and to land in what is before us. Step over what separates us and land is what is available before us. This is huge, very powerful. Because my mind is, this is a lot of relationship or a lot of things in general. If I just step over these things that separate, then I'm going to have a different experience with whatever. That's a good one. Just to step over what separates us and to land in what is before us. But giving into our fears, we widen the gap. We widen the gap by creating conditions that must be filled before stepping toward another. This is how we invest in the building of credentials and lifestyles and bank accounts that are often distractions from the simple and essential need to be held. In this way, we move up and down and around, but seldom straight into what will give us love. Ooh, take a breath. To know love, we must do more than understand. We must land and enter. Before we step, the gap to others seems like a canyon. But stepping anyway, the separations we move through look so much smaller once we've crossed. Often the thing feared, once crossed, turns out to be an unexpected bridge from which we can see who we were and who we are becoming. So this message is about being present for our lives, our own lives. Let's breathe with this. And a lot of this conversation has been about what we're missing out on for mostly, I'm hearing, fear. So to me, if you're looking for love or have love, and love is to me a lot of different forms, this beautiful energy of love. But this right here, all that is required is that we step over the small gap that exists between us. That's it. Step over this small gap. Just to step over what separates us. To land in what is before us. Let's just try it as an experiment. Sounds easy enough, doesn't it? Ooh, but this is beautiful. Often the thing feared, once we've crossed that, turns out to be an unexpected bridge from which we can see who we were and who we are becoming. I've been on those bridges. I like those bridges. Those are really cool bridges. But we have to step, dang, good one, The meditative exercise that we're offered today asks us to center ourselves. So let's do that. Let's relax the jaw. That breath get a little deeper. Feel everything expand, the rib cage expand. Feel space, right? When we do that, just slow it down and deepen it some. Center yourself and bring into focus the gap between you and others. And as you inhale, bring more of others into that gap. And as you exhale, extend more of who you are into that gap. And as you breathe, let the lines of separation blur. Blur, baby, blur. Vulnerability, I noticed. Step over what separates us and land what is available to us. Worthy to remember. Hey, thanks so much for coming by today. Please remember that this Thursday, June 20th at 4 p.m. Eastern, we have a free conversation via Zoom open to the public. Interactive conversation with poet Rosemary Watola Tromer. I'm in love with her. Her work is amazing, to say the least. And you can sign up for that free Zoom link at zenfulconversations.com. That's this Thursday, 4 p.m. Eastern, open to the public. Thanks so much for coming by. Zenfulconversations.com. Namaste, everyone. See you tomorrow.